Welcome to Malcolm and Macho's review of Ice Lock, Battlefield 6's first seasonal event. Ice Lock is a passable first attempt at a seasonal event which is hampered by flaws, which take it from something that could have been a lot of fun to just kind of fun. It's like firing a 3-round burst from an assault rifle. Your first bullet is on target, but 2 and 3 are going somewhere else. First things first, the freezing mechanic. I think it works, and I will talk about this in my upcoming review. It pushes players towards slowing down and thinking through their options, which slows their movement as well. You can't heal while you're freezing, and that instantly makes you feel more vulnerable. The second you take one bullet, you're playing like it's Insurgency because you know you can't take more hits. You stop sprinting around corners and running into gunfights, assuming you'll outshoot your opponent. You start to seek advantages besides just getting your scope up first. When you're reheating yourself, you think about how to use your gadgets most effectively because most of the time you're exposed and your flanks are open. Moving on to the map, they did a good job. It feels cold and wet, a sharp difference from the original Empire State map. I am disappointed they didn't do at least one more. We could have gotten at least Saints Quarter. They only did 3 game modes, Conquest, Domination, and Gauntlet. Saints Quarter is a very small map and it would have provided some more replayability to the event. The last part of this event is the challenges, and by the FPS gods did they do us wrong. Get injector kills while freezing? Heal people while freezing? How does that one even work? You can't heal if you're freezing, so you need to catch a comrade right as they're coming from heating themselves. All of these feel like they were designed by an absolute novice, or someone who whips themselves in the back each morning and screams, "Shame!" Macho played the Gauntlet mode with me and has some very different opinions on the event as a whole, and he's going to go a bit more in depth on the Gauntlet mode as a whole. Here are his thoughts.
Battlefield 6 Ice Lock Winter Event. Let's talk about the map, and that is singular, not plural, map. Columbia Heights is the map that you get to play on, again and again and again. Why, you ask? Because it's the only map they adjusted for this winter event. For what it is, it does bring a variety of gameplay and does fit the 3 different game modes they have for this seasonal event. I just think the map isn't good enough for it to be the only one you get to play on. Now for the game modes. The event brings you 3 different game modes. However, you may not get to play all 3 game modes. The winter event decided it would be fun if you play one of the 3 modes, depending on what round you were on. So if you were on round 1, you play the same game mode every time, which is Wreckage. Which is fine. You plant a bomb and get points if you're able to do that. It's the most fast-paced mode, in my opinion, and encourages quick decision-making while you make yourself around the map. Second mode, Extraction. Again, you only play it if you make it to the second round. In Extraction, let's say it's like if King of the Hill and Kill Confirmed got drunk and had a baby out of wedlock, and neither of the 2 wanted to raise the child, so the system did. And oh boy, is it bad. You run around and gather chips to extract, which is incredibly boring because half the teams don't bother. But I mean, why would you? All you do is camp the extraction point, which happens to be on top of a hill, and kill anyone trying to turn in their points just to steal their points. It gives no incentive to the team who gathers more chips than anybody else, because if you can't beat the King of the Hill, none of it matters. And the third mode is, well, who knows? Couldn't make it that far. Now let's talk about the gameplay. In this Ice Lock event, they did implement a new freezing mechanic. It requires you to actually be smart, not go out guns a-blazing. And what I mean by that is you get shot, you are incredibly vulnerable. You can't be healed like you typically can. You need to warm yourself around fires placed around the map, which is actually kind of a cool touch. However, while you're shivering in your boots, a third of your screen is blocked out by this new frozen effect. Honestly, it's just a nuisance. If you have a winter event and it's around Christmas time and it'll have some cool winter effects, I get it. But do things like present pops up when you kill someone. It's snowing all over the place. Maybe the floor is slippery. Maybe certain parts of the map are ice and you slide around and it's more difficult to maintain your balance or what have you. But having over a third of my screen that's just white and blue just makes it frustrating and not immersive whatsoever. I give this event 5.5 out of 10. It does have potential. I would like to see more maps down the line. Allow us to have access to all game modes randomly, sporadically through the gameplay of it, not just for every round. And please remove that frozen effect.
Like I said, very different opinions. I never want people exploding into presents in my Battlefield game. I'm going to give the event a 6 out of 10 because the challenges really brought the experience down. It could have been fun, but being forced to play stupid really hurt the experience. And that's our review. Please let us know what you think in the comments, and please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us more than you know. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you guys soon for our full Battlefield 6 review.